Hi everyone, and welcome back to Suri Says. I hope you're all doing well. This week I want to talk a little bit about and actually just get a little bit more into one of the 5 love languages. So just as a review, last week we talked about the 5 love languages and I did a little teaching on that, and hopefully you took the quiz. So a love language is the way you express and communicate love. So how you show love to someone is considered a love language. And the theory is behind 5 love languages is that everyone has one dominant language that they like to speak. That's the way they show love and the way that they want love shown to them. And sometimes it's the same and sometimes it's different. So today we're going to talk about the love language of gifts. So I want to really focus on since this is more like geared towards adolescents and teens, I was thinking like the 4 different relationships or the people that are in your space for the most of your adolescent life are the ones that I kind of want to talk about with this idea of gifts. So one would be, of course, your parent or guardian or any adult that's responsible for you. 2, it would be your like a teacher or a adult on campus, right? These are 2 relationships that you interact with, people you interact with like pretty regularly. 3 would be friends, and 4 would be if you are in a romantic relationship. And this is not, I'm not, suggesting you should be in one. I'm just saying in case you are in one, I want to address these 4 different areas and how they may impact the way you give and receive love. So the first one is so we're talking mostly about gifts. And remember, the love language of gifts is if your love language is gifts, that means that the way you think someone shows you love or you show them love is through primarily you like to communicate it through gifts. And so the way this impacts your 4 different relationships, so I want you to kind of think about that right now. How do you think that might impact? So let's say you like gifts as the love language. That's what you want everyone to use to communicate love to you, or that's how you use it to communicate love to others. How do you think that impacts the way you understand your relationships with those 4 different people? So your teachers, your parents, your parent or guardian, your friends, and then if you're in a romantic relationship. So the reason I'm even talking about this is because though one of the 5 languages might be your predominant language, like that's the one you like the most, it doesn't mean that if someone isn't speaking that language with you, that it doesn't mean that they don't love you or that they don't respect you. And when I say love, I don't necessarily, it's not always the same type of love, right? So let's just say when I was younger, the way I would communicate love with my friends was I would get them things. I would get them little friendship bracelets, or depending on what age I was, I would give them stickers, or I would whatever, I would just kind of give my chips, so that was my communication of love. The way I showed that I'm a good friend is by giving things. And then if they didn't give something back, I would kind of think well, are they really a friend? Because they're not really doing what I do. And then that's kind of just I realized later in life when I kind of understood these love languages that that's not necessarily the case, that they might be speaking a different love language. For my friends, some of them would just want to hang out all the time, and their love language was quality time, just me and them. And to me it was yeah, I like doing that too, but why didn't you get me something like I did? Why aren't you giving me a bracelet that says BFF or whatever, right? So that's how it impacts your relationships, okay? And then, so let's say you have a teacher that gives, puts stickers on your, or gives candy as a gift, and you like that. But then another teacher, because that's your love language, but then another teacher doesn't give you candy but gives you free time, and in that free time it's quality time because they talk to you about themselves, and they talk about their personal lives, and they connect with you, and they talk about maybe their kids, and then they want to know about you. So it's quality time. So it could be that your language could be gifts, even with a romantic partner, right? So you might be in a relationship and you buy them things, and then they don't buy you things back, and you think that it's not love if it's not expressed the same way. Or let's just think about your parents. Maybe their love language is not gifts. It doesn't mean that they don't love you, right? So it's just about the love language that they want to that they use, that's their predominant language. Okay, so I think this is just an interesting topic to think about and talk about. So go ahead and talk with someone about what your just this idea of gifts, and where does that land with your own love language? Is that your love language? Is that the love language maybe that you expect from these 4 relationships? So just something interesting, I think, to talk about. So in my next video, I'll talk about another love language, and I hope you're enjoying these, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.